Where were you when you learned that you were going to be cast as the next Batman?
I think my first day with Chris Nolan, which is pretty insane.
Hello everyone, Jamie Baker here on Film Burn, the thermostat of pop culture, bringing you the hottest takes from Hollywood and beyond. And today I wanted to talk about something that's pretty near and dear to my heart, the Batman. If you found your way onto this video, the chances are that you've already heard about the rich boy turned cape-donning vigilante they call Bruce Wayne. He's an adult male who dresses up like a bat and has been consistently beating the living shit out of the criminals of Gotham City since the late 1930s. The presumably intoxicatingly sweaty batsuit has been filled by quite a number of Hollywood stars in the past, to varying degrees of success. Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, we had George Clooney's nipples. And while it's tempting to spend the next couple of minutes discussing the complexities behind Clooney's chiseled ditties, there are surprisingly some more pressing issues at hand. Earlier in the summer of 2019, Warner Brothers confirmed that the British, sparkly vampire heartthrob Robert Pattinson will be the next in line to slap on some baby powder and slide into the chafe-inducing batsuit. The reaction was, somewhat surprisingly, fairly positive. Maybe Bat fans had learned to reserve their judgment on casting decisions after the initial backlash when Heath Ledger was confirmed to play the Joker back in 2006. Seriously, it's actually quite funny to go back and read some of the initial hate and comments that were kind of floating around forums when Heath Ledger was first announced to play that role. Or maybe Bat fans are simply aware that Robert Pattinson has been absolutely killing it over the past number of years, has totally shaken free the shackles of the poisonous Twilight saga, and is actually a fucking brilliant selection to don the Batsuit. The film, imaginatively titled The Batman, is scheduled for release in 2021. It'll be directed by Matt Reeves, who may not necessarily have the chops of a director like Christopher Nolan, but whose flicks I have really appreciated since I was introduced to them in 2008 with the release of the original Cloverfield. That was a imperfect found footage monster movie that was as much fun as it was vertigo inducing. Since then, he's tried his hand at romantic vampire movie of his own. There's probably a Twilight joke to be made somewhere in there. That movie was called Let Me In. It's an American remake of the brutal yet poetic masterpiece out of Sweden called Let the Right One In, which was slightly less palatable and contained dramatically more shots of genital mutilation. From there, our boy Matt moved into gun-toting monkey territory with Dawn of and War for the Planet of the Apes, a pair of decent action movies in which a group of monkeys figure out how to do essentially everything short of time travel. Meanwhile, Robbie, aka R Patz, aka Pattinson, aka the Patster, was busy trying to shake off the residual vampire glitter that was now acting as some sort of flesh-eating parasite that feeds off of Hollywood fame. It was during this time that he began dabbling in art house movies that could not be any less appropriate for the average Twilight fan if they fucking tried. In 2014, Pattinson starred alongside Guy Pearce in The Rover, a dystopian Australian indie film about a guy who is really crazy in love with his car, and in which Pattinson plays a mentally challenged American who may or may not have some information about that car. This was actually the first time that a Pattinson movie would be scooped up by the indie film powerhouse A24, a studio who would go on to deal with 3 more R Patz movies over the next couple of years. Those A24 films include a super stylish crime drama about a robbery gone wrong, which helped to establish Pattinson as an exceptional, glitter-free actor called Good Time. Then there was the admittedly pretentious but visually very impressive sci-fi creep fest, complete with a lubed-up spacecraft sexy time room and another strong performance from the man of the hour called High Life. And then there's the currently unreleased follow-up film from Robert Eggert, the director of The Witch, which looks to be an exceptionally bleak black and white affair, which also features Willem Dafoe, and according to Pattinson in his recent interview with Variety, a massive, gaping mermaid vagina. After a disappointingly short venture into the topic of ocean folklore genitalia, the conversation with Variety spanned a variety of different topics, including the upcoming hush hush, keep it a secret Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet, and of course, the actor's casting as the new Cape Crusader. Honestly, the timing of this whole interview is absolutely not an accident. What better time to hype up Pattinson's upcoming Batman movie than the very week that critics are losing their shit and giving 5-star reviews left and right to the new Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie? On that note, expect to hear more about that movie here very soon. Subscribe. subscribe. Our boy R Patz also revealed that he got the news that he had been cast as the new Batman on the very first day on the set of Tenet, shooting with Christopher Nolan, the undisputed king of Batman movies. I mean, it's the fucking Hollywood equivalent of cheating before an exam or juicing up on steroids before the Tour de France, Lance. It's early days in the lifespan of the Batman, there's no doubt about it. In fact, if we're going to keep up with the biological metaphor, you could say that the egg has merely been fertilized. Heck, the sperms might still be swimming their tiny little asses up down there. But putting aside any potential narrative pitfalls, please, for the love of God, do not put us through another viewing of Bruce Wayne's parents getting murdered. And any of the other million things that could potentially go wrong with a Batman movie. I can at least look at the casting of Robert Pattinson with a reasonable amount of confidence and satisfaction. So I guess it's time to sort of forecast the temperature on this one. To me, I'm feeling pretty warm about it, you know. It's not your fry your egg on the pavement type of heat. I'm expecting to sort of pack a jumper for this one. But I'll tentatively say that this one's heating up pretty nicely, and I'm excited for more information to come down the pipeline very soon. Jamie Baker, the thermostat of pop culture, stuck up the butt of the bat. It's back to you. What did you make of this news? Will this be a Diddy's out heater? Or will this be a ball clenching froster? And what on God's green earth should I discuss next? Hit the thumbs up if you're plumbed up. Feel the vibe, then subscribe. There will hopefully be more boxes surrounding my head here very soon. They're surrounding me, they're attacking me. And that's it, until the next time.